Film Threat this week, putting out a new issue here. And while we have Lorena, while we have Andre, I want y'all to talk about this. I don't know if y'all saw this. I did the video that we put out yesterday. We have a 20-year veteran of Hollywood that has, I think they've had several sources in the last couple of months because of the yeoman's work that Film Threat has been doing. If y'all don't recall, let me drop this one. The Lasseter Files, some inside information on what happened to John Lasseter a few years ago, and this is playing into it. And guys and girls out there, I'm telling you, there are more articles to come. Alan and Chris are sitting on even a lot more information that's going to be pumping out in the next couple of weeks. Some things that Alan and I discussed yesterday, I don't want to repeat, but there's more coming.
What's amazing is Chris has been doing this for 4 decades, and I think the past 2 months have been the best of his career. These files, this expose journalism is incredible.
It is. And this is a 20-year veteran that he wrote this article. They did not editorialize Chris or Alan for this. They just published. And this is kind of where we are. And I think this might have skipped ahead. I think that I think this is on the last page. Let me go back to the main page here and start from the beginning. But this is something that people need to understand. When we talk about DEI, when we talk about quote-unquote woke, and Lorena, you've talked about this many times on Twitter, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. I am in the camp, as you are, that the term woke gets terribly overused. And anything that has any kind of diversity in it whatsoever gets slapped with a label of woke. I don't think that's the case. I think there's specific reasons why things are quote-unquote woke. But do you want to talk about that for a little bit, Lorena?
Yeah, actually. Thank you so much.
Go for it.
With woke, the definition of the term, I believe, actually has been bastardized and weaponized. Mm-hmm. That some people think that as soon as there's a diverse cast or there is a lead where someone is not white or there's a quote unquote perceived race swap, all of a sudden people just want to yell woke, 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 woke. Well, the original definition of woke is becoming aware of certain injustices. Now, with that term, there's a whole bunch of entertainment before, like I said, in the last 20 or 30 years that fit under that category. Mm-hmm. Miniseries, like Roots, which a lot of people watched. Shows like All in the Family, shows like Jefferson, shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where you were not being preached to, and that's the difference. You were not being preached to. It was put out there, and you were allowed to make up your own opinion. Now in Hollywood, they've hijacked this term, quote unquote, woke, which is more accurately, I would say, cultural Marxism. That's actually a more accurate
It's a great term. Yeah.
I have to thank Legal Mindset for coming up. Legal Mindset and Jonas J. Campbell for that one. So now what you have is a group of people in Hollywood who want to be, let's see, offended on behalf of people who never asked them at all. And their way of quote unquote fixing it is, guess what? We'll just make this person black, or we'll make this person Asian, or we'll race swap this person from black to white or whatever, just to shield ourselves from any kind of criticism that what we produced is 100% crap. Mm-hmm. And that is not only insulting to your viewers, it's insulting to the quote unquote protected classes that you claim to be champions of. And Valiant, you've seen it. I mean, I think it's only been 2 days since I was called a racist, 2 days ago, actually, for actually having the nerve to not like Echo, because I thought it was a tokenized
That's because
version.
The people on the left, Lorena, the people on the left, when you tweet, They don't look at your icon. They don't look at your avatar. They just they look at what you say and they assume you're white.
Yes.
And then they call you racist.
And people who watch me, who are on my Twitter feed, they're just like, get the popcorn. This is going to be so good.
Yeah, I think Echo's a great example because I said, to members and in different places I've been the last few days since I had to watch the show. Thank you, Flash. I hate you. Get you back for that one so bad. But I had to watch Echo this week, and my first reaction was,
bruh,
a lot of that cast. But the thing that made me angry the most was that, okay, we want to have a show that gives us representation, and we'll talk about Echo in a little bit. But we want to have a show that does representation, and they have this great cast. And I mean, I'm talking, apart from Graham Greene, Oscar-worthy contender from Dances with Wolves 30-something years ago. But most of the rest of that Native American cast were exceptional actors that came out of, largely, and what made them famous, as so far as Hollywood was concerned, out of one of my favorite television shows of all time, bar none, Longmire. They were all in that show. I loved Longmire. Katie Sackhoff made her name in that show, besides Battlestar Galactica or whatever, the remake that they did.
That's the one, Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Katie Sackhoff, where she really was seen most was in Longmire. That's an excellent show, brilliantly written. It's about a small, fictitious county in Wyoming here in the U.S. that is adjacent to an Indian reservation that's run by an Indian sheriff. All the people there, they have to investigate crimes and murder. It's a brilliantly written show. And a lot of those people that were in Echo came out of that show. Like most of the main Native American characters came out of that show. Brilliant performances. You watch Echo and it's like, I was pissed off because these people were just wasted with poor writing. Which, I mean, I guess we're here now, so I'll say this. We have another guest backstage, but before we go any further, I guess I'm going to announce that we do have a new sponsor here on Valiant Renegade, y'all. Did I tell you all about this? No? I guess nope, nothing.
Is this a court order, by the way?
No, we have a new sponsor here.
Different kind of sponsors. Wrong.
I'm very proud of the sponsorship here. So let's we're going to take a brief commercial break. We're going to come back, I guess, as we move into this, because the Echo conversation does have to do with this article from Film Threat. Ron Coleman will be joining us here in just moments. So here, just as we take a commercial break, our new sponsor.
Good health has a good name called
Land O'Lakes.
Spread the sweet green. Lowering fat and cholesterol free. Good health has a good taste called
Land O'Lakes.
Spread the sweet cream.
Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.